What's up, you guys? Happy Throwback Thursday to all of you. I hope everyone had a good Christmas, Kwanzaa, or whatever winter holiday that you celebrate. And I hope you're all safe and warm after the winter storms that hit a lot of areas across the US. I'm back with a Throwback Thursday video, and today, in honor of the Best Man final chapters, I wanted to talk about one of the stars of the series, Nia Long. Nia Long has been in the headlines lately due to her ex-fiance Ime Udoka having a relationship with a married woman while still being engaged to Nia Long. And a lot of Nia's fans and celebrity friends have spoken out in support of her. But we didn't hear too much from Nia Long's actual family, including her sister, comedian Sommore. In case you missed it, Sommore and Nia Long are biological sisters, but you rarely, and I mean rarely, see them in public together or even hear them publicly acknowledge that they are related. So in this video, we're going to get into why Nia Long and Sommore rarely publicly acknowledge each other. Comedian Sommore was the first of the two sisters to publicly acknowledge that her and Nia Long are in fact biological sisters. She did a radio interview with Divine Martino about 6 years ago, and she spoke about her relationship with her sister. She said, "A lot of people don't know that we're sisters. That's something I never talked about in the beginning because I didn't want it to be a crutch. I didn't want people to be like, oh, that's her sister. I didn't want that to be an accolade of mine. But now that I've solidified my spot, then I go ahead and talk about it. But a lot of people don't know it though." And she went on to explain exactly how they're related. She said, "We have the same father, so yeah, my dad is proud." And when Divine Martino asked her if her and Nia Long have a close relationship, she said, "Yeah, we speak from time to time, but I won't be babysitting her kids. No. I mean, that's how it is in life. I tell people all the time, we have the same father, we're not necessarily sisters." I think that last statement was a joke, especially considering the fact that Sommore is a very funny comedian, and she may have been making a joke about how some people actually think that way about their siblings on their dad's side. I don't think she meant it, but leave a comment and share what you think. That particular interview was in 2016, but Nia Long still never even mentioned Sommore being her sister publicly until 3 years later in 2019. On April 15, 2019, Nia Long posted a picture of herself and Sommore side by side and captioned the picture, "The funny one in the family, at Sommore, hashtag my big sister got jokes." And you can see that Sommore liked the post. The post actually went viral, but for some reason, Nia Long later deleted the post that she dedicated to Sommore, and it wasn't clear if her and Sommore had a strained relationship. But Nia Long has made it clear that she did have a strained relationship with her father, poet laureate and author Doc Daughtry. Doc Daughtry is from Atlanta, but he lived in Trenton, New Jersey, which is where Sommore was reportedly raised. He was a New Jersey poet laureate and author of several books, including Black Love, Black Hope, Timbuktu Blues, and Song for Nia, a poetic essay in 3 parts, and the book Rules for Cool. He taught creative writing and literature at Trenton Central High School. He fathered Sommore, whose real name is Lori Ann Rambo, in 1966, but he did not stay with her mother long after her birth. Just 4 years later, he fathered Nia Long with a different woman. Nia Long's mother is Talita Long, and she is an educator, an artist, and a vocalist. And when Nia's mother and father split, Nia Long was raised in California with her mother, while Sommore was reportedly raised in New Jersey. So it seems like the sisters may not have had much of a relationship because their father may not have fostered a relationship between the two of them while they were on opposite coasts. Their father sadly passed away in January of 2020 at the age of 77, and Nia Long, Sommore, and their other sister were by his side. Nia posted a picture of him on Instagram with a crown saying, "My father was a master of words, an educator, a mentor, and a hero in his community, a poet with stories to tell about the Black experience in America. He wasn't afraid to raise his fist in solidarity for everything Black and proud. My sisters Lori, aka comedian Sommore, and DJ Miller and I will miss him dearly and are so grateful to have been by his side as he transitioned into eternal peace. I love you, Daddy, forever. Then a few days later, Nia posted this pic of him with the caption, "I wonder what you're doing, missing you." Sommore also paid tribute to her father and all that he accomplished. She called him the foundation of the family and said that cool is in her DNA because of him. Now, this is what Nia Long told the Breakfast Club in 2020 about her father. She said, "I lost my father recently. He was a great man, and it's amazing. I learned more about him by being in Trenton for a week, just putting the whole thing together, than I ever knew. I'm an adult. My life is in California. He was in Trenton, and he was such an icon in the community and did so much for so many of those kids living down there. I was really proud of him. He is a poet, a writer, a photographer, just a Renaissance man. Loved jazz music and good food. He was really like Lorenz Tate in Love Jones, but older." And she went on to say, "I think for a lot of years, I was disappointed and angry, and I wanted my dad to read me a bedtime story and be there and do all of the things that a daddy is supposed to do. And I think my father had a very old school way of approaching life because Black people are raised to survive. And my mother and my grandmother, coming from the islands, they had a different philosophy. So had my parents stayed together, I may have still been an actress, but I don't think it would have happened as quickly as it did in my life. And I don't think I would have been a part of the era that really helped to define Black cinema. When I look at my life, and I'm going to be 50 this year, I can't believe it. But my point is, when you get to this age, it's a beautiful time in my life because I can actually put everything in perspective, and now it all makes sense. And I feel more free and alive than I have in the last 10 years because I have understanding, and I've forgiven myself for not forgiving people sooner in my own life or forgiving my father for the things that he was unable to do." Hopefully, Sommore, Nia Long, and their sister DJ Miller are spending more time together in the wake of their father's passing. As I said in the title of this video, Sommore and Nia Long rarely acknowledge each other publicly, but that doesn't mean they don't have a relationship privately, and hopefully they do. Leave a comment and let me know what you think about Nia Long and Sommore being biological sisters, but rarely acknowledging it in public. Do you agree with Sommore that if she did acknowledge it more often, that people would start to brand her as Nia Long's sister instead of as a talent of her own? Or do you think there's a deeper reason behind their privacy? Do you think they really don't have a sisterly bond? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. My main sources for this video were Madame Noir, Essence, The Breakfast Club, and the website iloveoldschoolmusic.com. That's a Black-owned website. I've verified it, and I hope you check them out. I'll put a link to their website below.